All right. Ready for this one?
Think so.
Okay.
Alright, that's cool.
All right, so update on Don's dock. Let me tell you what's been happening on this one. So we're getting ready to close the deal, and title company does their final search, the lender's doing their final searches, and we get this email. And this email is not good, right? And it says, I had to read it a couple times and then sit down, because the document says back in 1957, I can't make this shit up. In 1957, there was a City of Madeira Beach commission meeting where they voted that there's a little road right here, right, 129th, which is on the side of this property that we're buying. But in 1957, the City Commission voted on an ordinance that said nothing shall ever be built on that side of the street, and any building that is on that side of the street must be torn down, never to be rebuilt as a permanent structure, period. And now I'm a little nervous about this. I own another building over here and have interest in a lot of property on this stretch of property that, according to this piece of paper, nothing is allowed to be on. No one's ever heard this before. It just was lost. It was found, but it was never, nobody ever knew about it, and nobody's alive to even talk about what happened, because it was voted on 1957. So then we found another document that said, okay, it had 10 years. There's a 10-cent sunsetting period that by 1967, everything had to be removed. Nothing shall ever be rebuilt. Shall. Then the next one says, this will be extended for 3 years. So by 1970, everything must be removed. There will be no buildings on that side of that street. Now, we got $500,000 non-refundable past every inspection period that we have. We're waiting to close this thing in like 4 days, and this document shows up. So you want to talk about butt pucker moments on that one. What do you do? What do you do? So what do? We just put a couple more chips down on the roulette wheel, and is what it is. And we closed. So now we own this property with an ordinance in place that says nothing can be done on this property that we just paid a lot of money for. So that's the current status of where we are, but we own it. And we've got 9 beautiful docks, a phenomenal gas pump, a great bar in process, and a really funky plan. We're meeting with the architects today, designing final tweaks to the actual building, which is freaking spectacular. And it will be a showplace on what's going on. So, but there's a lot of things that come up, guys, right, from a process. So what are we doing to solve that problem? We went and met with the city attorneys, the city manager, mayors, and they had no clue this document even existed, right? So they're going to introduce a resolution in front of City Commission that says that needs to be ignored or obliterated, because in 1983 they changed the zoning of all of Johns Pass to allow for construction on that other side of the street. So that supersedes that document, but there's nothing that says that supersedes this document. So we're going to get a formal piece of paper that shows that supersedes this document. But you want to talk about some stress, right? Before everything works out eventually, or it doesn't, right? So that's kind of why it's called investing, because you win some and you lose some. But now, officially, we own Don's Dock, which is now going to be called The Dock. And it's going to be the coolest, most kick-ass, fun restaurant, family-friendly bar. Family-friendly bar, that doesn't sound normal, but it's going to be a family-friendly bar. And it's going to be a place that it just brings a big-ass smile on my face. Of all the deals we've ever done, this one feels the best. Right? We sat there, we closed on Friday. There's 4 of us own the property together, 4 good friends. And so we just sat there, cracked some beers on the dock. Kids came over, Vico comes over, we're just all having a good old time, just tastiest beer on a Friday night on a new dock that you just bought. So that's been the saga for that, and I can't wait to show you the progression of kind of what happens and with the architecture, with the designs, with the permitting, turning a bait shop with a fish market into a cool bar. That's the next process. So that's it. So that roulette wheel has stopped, and it hit our number. Thank God, because that could have easily been swiped off the table. and it's just part of the game, guys. But it's fun. But you got to take 100. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and this is just something that we really wanted, and willing to do whatever it takes to get it. And that's really what it takes, especially in a market like this. So that's the continuation of that saga, and can't wait to show you how it progresses from there. So go do some cool shit. Go buy some things. Go create some things. Come up with some cool ideas and make it happen. And there's always money around for great ideas. You have some great ideas, we always got access to a lot of cash. So share it with us and see if we can do some cool things together.